In this video, I'm doing a quick reaction to a video clip that I received immediately I came back from church today. Actually, it was this person on the right of the video, the man here, Evangelist Noah, that did his own response, his own video response. But I feel that I didn't get his reactions. So somebody just clipped this and posted it around. I didn't get his reaction to this video. I'm going to link myself with Evangelist Noah Ezekiel later. But let me quickly respond to this. So in this video, you see the person on the here, this place. This is the what do you call it? This guy here is one of the imams. He's one of the sheikhs in Nigeria, and he's speaking my language, my mother tongue. That is what he's speaking. And this other one here is a Christian. I think he was a Muslim before. I'm trying to place my hand properly so that people, this is Evangelist Noah Ezekiel. He also speaks Yoruba very fluently. But I'm not going to speak, in this video, I'm not going to speak Yoruba. I think I will do a separate one in which I will address it in Yoruba. But I want to do Yoruba. I want to do the English first. So I'll be trying to interpret what this other one, what this sheikh will be saying in this video. So that will make it a little bit long. Let's just go into it without wasting time. Listen attentively to what he's going to say.
It's a reality.
So he's saying every student in Quranic school, in madrasa, teach them how to shoot. Teach them how to fight war. So the third thing he said Muslims should teach their children is how to swim. They should learn how to swim. So number one, teach them how to shoot, teach them how to fight war, and teach them how to swim. I'm going to respond to each of these things in this video. So he said, if a Muslim child has not been taught these things at home, then their Quranic school, their madrasa, should teach them. There should not be any students of a Quranic school that will not know these things. And so he said, okay, after teaching these children these things, we should have be asking ourselves, what will they do with it after learning these things? That even the person, maybe the parents or whoever is teaching them, what will they do with it? That you too teaching them will be scared. So he said, teach them about jihad. Teach them the knowledge of jihad. Teach the Muslim children jihad. So don't go too far. Just teach basic things. How to swim, how to shoot, and how to fight. So he said, in teaching them how to shoot, it's not shooting, it's not bow and arrow, it is gun. and it's not catapult, it's gun. It's not, he said whoever is teaching how to shoot catapult or how to shoot a bow and arrow, he wants to waste his life. It is gun you teach your children how to shoot. That immediately you bring out gun, the enemies, even their heads will be knocked off. So he's going to explain who the enemies are.
Very good. Money orígun mẹ́ta ni jihad ní tá gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀. Ṣé lórí igun aláwọ̀kọ́ ká tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ jihad gan.
Said there are 3 things you need to know about jihad. The first, before you even go to jihad at all, let's understand the first one. That's what he's about to say now. So teach them, who are you? Why are you learning these things? Who is the enemy that you want to use these weapons upon? He's going to explain now. Did you hear Yehud? That is the Jews. That is the Arabic for Jews. And Nasara. Did you hear that? He's going to repeat it. I want you to pay attention. Yehud, the Jews, and Nasara, the Christians. The Jews and the Christians. Evangelist Noah was about to say something, but the video, whoever clipped him out of it. So maybe the person who just wants us to understand, to listen to this man alone. So you've heard it there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Islam for you. This is Islam. And for those who are, for the Christians, quote and unquote, who always say it's the same religion, we're serving the same God. You are listening to this now. I want you to, let's just continue before I make some other remarks. You notice that he's actually quoting from the Quran, he's quoting from the Hadith. He's not showing them on the screen, very typical of Islamic preachers. Those who are people of knowledge, they know what he's talking about. The common Muslims will not know where he is picking these things from. This is Islam. It's a cult. Okay, so what he has just said here is that Muslims should never, according to Islam, is actually referring to Muhammad, that he said, do not allow Jews and Christians to take upper hand on you. That is why in every place where you walk, and there is a Muslim who knows these things, he will never allow Christians to lead. That is why in Nigeria, successive governments, particularly the ones that are hardcore Muslims, will always put fellow Muslims in nearly every important appointment. I am not spinning any theory. Just look back. The 8 years of Buhari, who were the ones with him in government, Muslims. Why? This man here is giving you the secret. It's an Islamic doctrine. Do not allow Christians to take upper hand. Even in government, there's a hospital somewhere in one of the states of Nigeria, the one that I know. Immediately a Muslim became the medical director, everything changed. Everywhere, it was Muslim, everywhere. This is the secret. But that one is not even as important to me as some other things that he's going to say now. So let's go back to what he's saying. Muslims are to teach their children who the enemy is. Let's look. We've seen the enemy, right? The Jews and Christians, they are the enemies of Muslims. According to Islamic teachings, some people are going to say, well, maybe he's crazy. Yeah, I admit that he's crazy. But his craziness is the craziness of Islam. I admit that he is crazy. I admit that wherever he is taking these things from, it is madness. But this is the core of Islam. So he is not an extremist. This is real Islam. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It is real Islam. He's not an extremist. Okay, so we're getting to the very crazy aspect of his lecture. He said, tell your children, this is the enemy, so that they know the meaning of the guns, the weapons you are giving them, and the training you are giving them. He's now asking, what does the enemy possess? Atomic bomb. He said it. Listen again. Okay, you had atomic bomb. He said, tell your children this is the enemy. And what does the enemy possess? Atomic bomb. Let's ask ourselves, is there any Nigerian Christian that has atomic bomb? No. There is no individual Christian that has atomic bomb. Whether in Nigeria or outside of Nigeria, no individual has atomic bomb. Why is he talking this way? This is how Islam talks. This is how Muhammad himself lectured people. This is what is called gaslighting. It is full of hate. It is full of enmity. It's full of bitterness. But in order to justify the hatred, in order to justify the bitterness against Christians and Jews, you have to frame them up as people that are targeting you. Muslims in Nigeria and elsewhere, where are the Christians targeting you? Are there any Christians running after you? No, Christians don't even have that time. They are preoccupied with their teachings, their Bible, their Sunday service. That's what Christians are preoccupied with. But there's this gaslighting. As you read the pages of the Quran, you're going to see several places and hadiths where Muslims are told to fight the Jews and Christians because the Jews and Christians are their enemies. And that if they take upper hand, they will kill you. That's gaslighting. So he now says, even the enemy that has not started any war, if you know what is with him, you'll be afraid. He's going to explain what he means by that now. Okay, so he said, so you see in Yoruba land, when they say Kiriyo, it's a derogatory name that they have given to Christians. So he's referring to Christians. He said, today Christians have not started any war. But when Christians start war, you are in trouble. He's going to explain the war that the Christians will start now. They will close all his schools. That is war. That's war. That if Christians start war with Muslims, they will shut down their schools. What again will they do? They will shut down all his hospitals. That's how Christians fight. And that is why they are going to get guns. That's why they are teaching their children, how to shoot, how to fight war. That's why they're teaching their children jihad. Because Christians may shut down their schools, they may shut down their hospitals. Does that make any sense? Is this man not crazy? Is he not mad? But his madness is the madness of Islam. If you are a Muslim and you don't believe what he's saying, what you should do is to come out of Islam. Okay, so let him continue. So he's giving them another example that in Yoruba land today, if all the doctors and nurses that are Christians, if they withdraw from hospitals, then the whole Yoruba land is in trouble. No, that is war. That's why they should prepare guns and weapons. Do you see that Islam is hatred? And in order to justify the murder of Christians, they have to accuse Christians of doing wrong. That was what happened in Nazi Germany. They killed 6 million Jews. But in order to justify the killing, Hitler and his followers had to frame up the Jews and to say they are wicked, they are causing economic hardship. It's the same thing. It is the same person behind Nazi Germany and Islam. It is the devil to just shed blood. But I still want to make some remarks about this nonsense he's talking about.
Because the doctors have replaced it.
Okay, so if the Christians withdraw their nurses and their doctors from hospitals, he is saying we don't have the doctors to replace them. So the logical thing to do to prevent them from going on strike, from closing their schools, from closing their hospitals, from withdrawing their services, is to kill them. He is saying if they withdraw their services, we cannot replace them. And so what do we do to be able to replace them? Kill them. Does that make sense? It makes sense in the Islamic way, but it doesn't make sense to every reasonable person. The truth is that Islam is not a religion of peace. It's a religion of hatred. It's a religion of bitterness. I'm going to also make 1 or 2 remarks before I close this video. So, tell your children, show the enemy to your children. He's telling the Muslims. He's referring to us, Christians, and he's saying we are the enemy. How are Christians the enemy? Are we stopping your children from going to school? Are we stopping you from going to market? Are we stopping you from getting jobs? No. Are we even stopping you from running your mosques and from doing your lecture? If Christians actually were your enemies, will you be alive now? No. But to justify the killing of Christians. You know why all these things came out? Because Trump said he would come and intervene. He would come and stop the killing of Christians in Nigeria. There are Muslims that are saying, is it only the Christians that are being killed? Why should Trump say that? And you have Muslims like this who will be saying, who will be acknowledging that yes, they should be killed. They should be killed for flimsy reasons. Trumped up charges. Charges that were just framed up. That is it. But I said I was going to talk about 1 or 2 things before I just round off. The first thing is this. If you teach your children how to fight, to shoot, to do, when Trump and his soldiers come, will you see them? Will you be able to stand? I have a counsel for you. You and all your stupid people that are listening to you, just prepare. Carry whatever guns you have. Go and join Boko Haram. Group yourself together. You and the Fulani terrorists, put yourself together and face the American army. Maybe we will see how smart you are. You go and ask Hamas. Go and ask Hezbollah. Go and ask the Houthi fighters. Go and ask Al-Qaeda. Where is Osama bin Laden today? He is gone. Where is each of the leaders of the jihad in the world? Where are they? They will die. And you are among the people that will replace them. And every time somebody else replaces them, you are getting your death sentence. Because the world will not be looking at you to continue this madness. Then the last thing that I want to say is this. To this man, it is this. This is the reason Muslim countries don't develop. He is complaining about Christians being the majority of doctors and the majority of nurses and the majority of school owners. He is complaining. And instead of sending his own children to school, instead of trying to build hospitals and build schools. This is the problem of the Islamic world. The Islamic world is always amassing weapons. No infrastructure, no hospital, no world-class school, but they will spend all of their resources to get weapons. Weapons that will not save you in the day of the real battle. This is the problem of the Iranian Republic. All the aids, all the helps they have, they use it to fight. They use it to build weapons. And in one day, Israel dropped something on that and everything evaporated. They have started again and they will spend the next 10, 20 years to build it. And one day, Israel or America will go there, drop their bomb and everything destroyed. Won't you see that this religion is actually a cult on its own? It's a death cult. This is what you get all over the Middle East. This kind of hate teach. They just teach their children hatred against the Jews, hatred against Christians. Every time. Won't you be wise? How are you going to have doctors if this is what you teach your children? Can you be putting this in a child and that child will be smart enough to be able to learn in school? No. Can you be putting this hatred inside of a tender, a blank heart, a blank mind? And that mind will be able to process how to build things, how to become an engineer, how to become a doctor, how to become a nurse? No. You know what they'll be thinking? Every time how to fight. And so, pick your choice. Do you want to enjoy life, or are you preparing for your 72 virgins in Jannah? The Huris in Jannah. You have to choose. Pick one. Pick one. For us, we have chosen life. But in our choice of life, we will not just let you do whatever you want to do. That is why you have the Christian countries. They are not really Christian countries, but they are the civilized countries built upon Christian civilization, built upon Christian values. They will not allow your 7th century ideology to take over the world. It will not happen. Do you understand that? It won't happen. You can die in your rage, you can die in your bitterness, but it's not going to happen. Islam will not take over the world. Islam will not take over Israel. Islam will not take over America. Islam will not take over Britain. You will fight in vain and perish. For Muslims that don't buy this nonsense, there is only one exit door out of destruction. It is to come out, leave Islam. You have heard it. This is what Islam leads to. It's not the fault of this man. Well, it is his fault for not thinking, for believing what Muhammad said. But what I mean by it's not his fault, I mean, this teaching did not originate from him. It's the fault of Islam. This is the foundation of Islam. So for those who consider themselves peaceful Muslims, well, there is only one thing for you to do. Repent and give your life to Jesus Christ. Give your life to Jesus Christ so that you'll be saved from Islam, from destruction. And let me also say this. If you believe that what you will be doing is to put this hatred inside of your children, we're also here to teach those children. Do you know how many children from Muslim homes are becoming Christians every year? In America alone, it is 24%. 24% from Muslim homes are becoming Christians or leaving Islam altogether. So that is why the internet exists. All Christians should be exposing this kind of death cult, this kind of bitterness, this kind of hatred, this kind of stupidity, this kind of madness that cannot do good, that doesn't think of improving the society other than to fight and cause chaos. This is the religion of peace. Islam is the religion of peace. This is what they teach in their mosques and in their madrasas. This is what they teach. So I just wanted to quickly do this video today.